Configure a router for P2P networking. Peer-to-peer or P2P network programs allow easier file sharing among people with shared interests. Most P2P networking programs need a certain number of network ports to be open to operate at its peak performance. Most of the ports in the host computer can be opened by the software, but if the computer is connected to a router to access the Internet, these same ports have to be opened manually on the router. This is a task often given to the end user or to the network administrator for larger networks. For a more basic configuration of P2P network routers, read on. Using the router's owner manual, locate the default IP address, username and passwords for said router. IP addresses are commonly a numeric address like http://198.178.0 in your default web browser window. Key in the IP address of the router. Click Go in the browser. Enter both username and the password in the boxes provided. Most routers use admin as a default for username. We suggest you follow this as it leaves no doubt on which user has administrator rights. Locate the section in the router configuration interface entitled Port Forwarding. Each router places the settings in different locations. Some place it under Applications, others may put it in Gaming. It's best you consult your router user's manual to know where yours has been placed. Insert your computer's IP address with the P2P software in the field labeled IP address. Windows machines typically place the IP address in the Support tab in the Local Area Connection box. To access this, select Start, then Access Settings, then Control Panel. From the Control Panel, go to Network Connections. Right-click on the Network Connections icon for the Ethernet card entitled Local Area Connection. From there select Status. The IP address should be found in the Support tab. Refer to the P2P software which ports needs to be opened. You can type the port number needed to be opened in the Port tab. Select the networking protocol to be used by the port. That information is found in the P2P software. This is pretty much the end of the configuration. Save the changes, and depending on your kind of router you may need to reboot it. Now that you've configured your P2P network, you should take precautions to protect your system against viruses that could erase data in your computer. Download or purchase the most up-to-date and advanced antiviruses, as you are leaving your computer open to unwanted viruses and strange users. It's best you set up firewalls to protect your data. Make sure you read and understand the instructions and information in your router user's manual, as it is essential that you input the correct information to configure your P2P network properly. Be careful as you're inputting info and when opening ports. If you open the wrong port or leave two may open, you leave your system vulnerable to viruses and hackers.